Good evening. Tonight we're going to continue on with Unit 4 and Lesson 18. Estimate sums and differences of fractions by using benchmarks. Remember the benchmarks of 0, half, and 1? We're going to add even now 1.5 and 2, 2.5, 3, and so on. Mr. Davis plans to make a meal. Each food item for the meal calls for flour. The main dish calls for 5/4 of cups. The side dish calls for 2/4 cups, and the dessert calls for 8/4 cups. About how many cups of flour does Mr. Davis need to make the entire meal? Well, in there you also can see a lot of things going on there. I see 2 improper fractions, or fractions greater than 1, and 2/4 I know is equivalent to a half. So let's break this up. What we always need to do is when we are looking at numbers, fractions like that, we need to pull out the wholes. And in here, there's 4/4, that's one whole, and we're left over with 1/4. So this represents 1, okay? Then we have another one, and we know that 2/4 is this really equivalent to a half, so we could just leave that. And then now we have 8/4, and when we pull out here we have 4/4, and we're left with another 4/4, so that gives us 2. So now what we can do, because we need to add this all up, we have this whole, these 2 wholes, and that would give us 3 wholes, and we have 1/2 left. So we need about 3.5 cups will be needed to make this entire meal. Now, he needs the 3.5 to make the entire meal, but because he needs about 3.5 cups of flour, he will have about 1/2 cup left. I know that because when 3.5 needs 1 more half to make a 4. We know Mr. Davis will make less than 1/2 cup left, because 3.5 cups is an underestimate. So we can say that Mr. Davis will really need about 1/2 cup left because it's a close estimate. Okay, Carla makes food for a bake sale. Each recipe lists vanilla as an ingredient. The cake recipe uses 2/3 of an 1/8 teaspoon. The pie recipe uses 9/8 teaspoons, and the cookie recipe uses 3/8 teaspoon. The cupcake recipe uses 11/8 teaspoon. About how many teaspoons of vanilla does Carla use? So we are going to use a strategy of a number line, and we're going to break it up into 8s, and then place all of those benchmarks like 0, half, 1, 2, and 3. And when we're looking at the 3/8 and the 9/8 and 11/8, we're going to pull out some of those whole numbers and fractions that we know and kind of give an estimate. We know that 9/8 is kind of close to 1. We know that 3/8 is kind of close to a half because 4/8 is close to a half. 11/8, there's definitely a 1 in there, so we're going to pull that out. 2/3, we know that it could possibly, because 8 can go into 24 4 times, so it's close to being about 3, because 3 times 8 is 24. So it's an estimate, guys. So it's close to 3. And then when we add all this up, we have a half plus 1 whole plus another whole plus 3 wholes would give us about 5.5. Carla uses about 5.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, I know there's a lot going on there, but we're not doing exact because it's an estimate to find out how much vanilla she uses. We don't ever want to make an underestimate because then we're going to be short an ingredient and our whole dessert will be messed up. So we always want to just be a little bit over, so we're not short. Just like if you're going to have a birthday party, you want a little bit more favors left over than short, because you're going to have a kid going home crying because they didn't get a special favor. So always try to do a little bit of an overestimate than an underestimate. Now, using the same problem, we could do those unit sizes, right? Where we instead of pulling out the wholes, we could do estimates by just pulling out the fractions, like 8/8 and 8/8 gives us 2 wholes, and then we have left over 7/8. 9/8 is closest to 1. We have a whole there, and then we have 1/8 left over. 3/8 is closest to a half, which would have been 4/8. And then 11/8, we pull out a whole, and we're left with 3/8. And if we are adding this all up, we're getting close to 6 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, another type of strategy you could use to solve this problem. Okay, Deepa runs 9/10 miles in the morning and 3/10 miles in the evening. About how many more miles does Deepa run in the morning than in the evening? So there's that key word, about, and that means an estimate. And when I look at 9/10, think of their benchmarks. 9/10 is closest to a 1. And now that 3/10, let's try to see if we can get that. How can we get that closer to a half? That would be 5/10. So 3/10 and 5/10, that's close. And so we're going to subtract because they want to know how many more. That's 5/10, and that would be a half. And when we take a half away from a whole, that would just give us another half. So Deepa ran through 1/2 of a mile in the morning than in the evening. Again, this is not an exact answer, but it's an estimate. And we are a little bit over, but it's always good to be a little bit over than having an underestimate. Goals. You gotta start somewhere. Look at this little puppy jumping over 2 small little pillows and a paper towel roll. Well, he looked like he did pretty good. Great way. But you definitely have to start from somewhere. So let's see how well you guys do on your next 2 problems. Estimate the sum of 3/6 and 5/6. Estimate the difference, 12/4 minus 5/4. That's right. I'm awesome. Yes, you guys are. You are awesome. Have a wonderful night, and we'll practice this skill tomorrow.